channel. I'm Flora and I'm super grateful that you're here. If you're new, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. You know what's gonna happen in this video. You saw the title, so why not have some food? Let's go! As always, I started my day off with my matcha tea with some oat milk. I try to work out first thing in the morning, so I put my workout clothes on to motivate myself. Just let's go and push it. I used to work out because I wanted to look better, I wanted to gain more muscle so I don't look so skinny, quote unquote skinny, because that was my issue. And it completely changed when I realized that even when I abandon my health and my body, it is still serving me, it's still there, it's still functioning, and that's just so amazing. And I started to appreciate it in a different way. So now I work out because it makes me feel energized, happy, and strong. I never regret a really good workout. This is one of the highlights of my day. I'm not going to lie, it's not easy all the time to start it, but when I do, it's always worth it. For breakfast, I made some mushrooms on toast. It was epic. I cut up the mushrooms, added them to a pan along with some soy sauce, garlic powder, and a splash of water, and let that simmer until all the water disappeared and the mushrooms are cooked through. I cut up a few slices of sourdough bread, added hummus, the mushrooms, pea sprouts, sauerkraut, and some sun-dried tomatoes. Salted it, peppered it, and voila! I also decided to make a quick smoothie. I think this is one of the best ways to get your greens in. I added spinach leaves, celery, half a ripe banana, some frozen berries, added oat milk, and blended that all on up. And breakfast was ready. It was freaking yummy. Lunch was a very simple butternut squash soup. I baked half a squash in the oven and then it was so easy to peel them. I sauteed some onion, added salt, pepper, hot water, the peeled squash, some red lentils, cinnamon, turmeric, and when the lentils were cooked, I mixed it with a hand mixer.
Each spoke the same, had the same dream, same pain and same.
I served it with some roasted pumpkin seeds, and that was lunch.
Wait a minute, my world is spinning. There is something I need to know. We've been vibing, drank the wine, and now you say that you need to go. Oh, but I know love when I see it. Oh, but I don't know if you wanna feel it. But you don't have to go, you can stay tonight. We can keep on vibing till the morning light. Put your heels by the door, turn off the lights. Just stay tonight. We can keep on vibing, we can keep on vibing, we can keep on vibing till the morning.
That night was pizza night. What I love about this is that it doesn't take a lot of prep and you can fill it with all the deliciousness possible. I used a happy pear recipe for this dough, so it's in the description down below. I made the dough, let it sit for a whole hour.
But you don't have to go, you can stay tonight. We can keep on vibing till the morning light. Put your heels by the door, turn off the lights. Just stay.
and then I cut up a bunch of different kinds of vegetables. There were zucchini, mushrooms, peppers, and broccoli. For the sauce, I added a big bunch of parsley and basil to the blender, along with half a jar of passata. I added 3 cloves of garlic, salt, basil, oregano, a few sun-dried tomatoes, and its olive oil from the jar, and some nutritional yeast, and blended it up until it was smooth. I really recommend doing some more because it's the perfect sauce for a pasta too. Okay, I'm like super excited right now. My dough is done. It has doubled in size, if not tripled. It's amazing. Once the dough doubled in size, I rolled it out with a rolling pin. I added the red pesto sauce and the veggies, and it went into the oven for around 12 minutes.
Who you gonna call, baby? I've been waiting for you. We don't have to talk, we can sit still. Reticence, corner of my eye. What a wonderful cardigan slipping out my mouth, baby. I've been waiting for you. No, I don't wanna dance, baby, after you leave. Showing up on your phone, be the last one you see. I get so nervous when I think of you, alone in your bedroom, with the radio on or the radio off.
Homemade pizza just hits different. It was the perfect chill night.
Nothing that I can do. Turn the radio on, turn the radio off.
Good night. As always, I start my day with a matcha and lots of water.
It's a product of the way you've been listening to your mom. I've been waiting for you, but now I'm falling.
After editing a bit, I did my workout. Most of the time it's Pamela Reif because I already know what to expect from her. I don't have to continuously look at the screen, etc. And honestly, this is the best part of my day. It just gives me a sense of achievement and everything is easier later during the day.
Workbook? Oh yeah, cause it feels so right. Cause it feels just like you. It's not her hair, but the way she wears it. It's not the makeup around her eye, so much as the iris when she's glaring, staring right back at mine.
Okay, I don't know if this is a common obsession or am I just being a weird one, but peanut butter and apples are my freaking favorite thing. Unfortunately, I only had olive sourdough bread at home, which was indeed a bit weird because I added peanut butter and apples, but hey, I made it work. Also, I made a hot drink to go with my breakfast, a turmeric latte with some turmeric powder, ginger, cinnamon, and hot water, and then I added a splash of oat milk.
Few honeys, remember all the money that we spent getting ink, sun chasing, tasting drinks. Remember breakfast on a tray, living reckless, all the necklaces, spinel and gold. Remember diving in.
Later, I was actually running late, so I made some stuffed sweet potatoes, which is one of my go-tos. I just sliced the sweet potatoes in half and put it in the oven like that at 180 Celsius for around 20 minutes or so until it's soft in the middle. As a stuffing, I added an avocado, some roasted pumpkin seeds, nutritional yeast, half a red onion, extra virgin olive oil, salt, pepper to a bowl. I mixed them with a fork and added them to the sweet potatoes, topped it with some sprouts and sauerkraut, and yum! I actually have like 5 minutes to eat because I'm running late. I'm meeting my brother, we're gonna go skating, which is super fun, but I'm in a hurry, so. This meal was indeed 5 minutes, excluding baking the potato.
I got my head out the sunroof, I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine in my eyes. You got those pretty eyes in your head.
chocolate, chocolate. Mulled wine. Yay! Chin chin. Chin chin.
I only got one thing in the back of my mind. I'm feeling like this might be my time to shine with you, with you, with you. I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine in my eyes. I got my head out the sunroof.
Got girl on.
You got me stuck on the thought of you.
Lagi juga tadi ya. Lagi
Yeah, we're driving down the freeway at night. I only got one thing in the back of my mind. I'm feeling like this might be my time to shine with you, with you, with you. I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me.
This morning I was in the mood to make some yummy pancakes. I added some coconut oil, a cup of whole grain flour, a ripe banana, some cinnamon, a touch of maple syrup, a teaspoon of bicarb and baking powder, and a cup and a half of plant milk. Blended it up until it was smooth and fried them each side for 1 minute in a pan. I also added some chocolate and frozen berries to them along the way because I felt extra that day, and I enjoyed these as my breakfast.
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine in my eyes. You got those pretty eyes in your head. You know it. You got me dancing in my bed, so let me show it. You are exactly what I want. Kinda cool and kinda not. Wanna give myself to you. Yeah, we're driving down the freeway at night. I only got one thing in the back of my mind. I'm feeling like this might be my time to shine with you, with you, with you. I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine in my eyes. I got my head out the sunroof.
Later on, I was making cinnamon rolls. So I made the dough. It was again a happy pear recipe. I will leave that link down below for you guys. It was easier than you can imagine. I don't know what is it about making these doughs, but making them by hand is so therapeutic and grounding. After working the dough, I let it sit for an hour so it could be doubled in size. And meanwhile, I was making a veggie Wellington. This was actually my first time making it, and well, the filling turned out very great, but I still have some room for improvement. Let's just say that. But it's okay. I love to experiment in the kitchen, and sometimes it turns out really great, and sometimes you have to work on it more. But anyway, for the filling, I made some couscous. I fried a bunch of mushrooms, added water, salt, pepper, and soy sauce. Then I sliced some carrots. Ideally, I should have shredded it, but I didn't have a shredder, so I went for a peeler and then cut them really small. Added them to the pan along with onions, smoked paprika, garlic powder, and some beetroot. After chopping up some cashew nuts, I added them to the mixture as well and combined them with the couscous once everything was cooked through. Then I oiled each side of the vegan puff pastries. I used around 7 sheets and I added the filling in the middle. Went into the oven for around 25 minutes on 200 degrees. While that was in, I rolled out my cinnamon bando. It sounded so funny. I made a cinnamon sauce from cinnamon and coconut oil and spread it onto the dough. I rolled the whole thing up, cut them into equal sized bites, and I let them sit for another 30 minutes so they can expand more. After that, they went into the oven for around 12 minutes.
Our time is a luxury, oh so sweet your company. Let's get each other up to speed. I can see the vista of your hills, and a silhouette up on the still. Dolly brush stroke with the canvas. Gotta let the paint dry. Bourbon make us feel fine. Body heat make the skin cry. Baby, babe, it's a good night. When we wake up still on the bedside. Da 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 da. Pillows talk so symphony. Souls connect so physically. Yeah. Da 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 da. Cones will shine like laser beams. Wanna feel your energy. Yeah. I'm hearing you.
For dinner, I was really not hungry, so I just made a sandwich. I, by the way, ate so many cinnamon rolls. I could barely move, but it was obviously worth it. I added hummus, salt, pepper, extra virgin olive oil, some cucumbers, cherry and sun-dried tomatoes, and finally a sprout and sauerkraut combo. I'm not really hungry after the whole feast we had. Right now, I'm gonna have a sandwich. Cannot wait to dive in. And I also cut up some carrots, and there are some pickled cucumbers. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna have, and then I'm gonna clean my house. I don't wanna, but I will. Ooh, okay.
I can see the vista of your hills, and a silhouette up on the still. Dolly brush stroke with the canvas.
Oh my god, so good.
Gotta let the paint dry. Bourbon make us feel fine. Body heat make the skin cry. Baby, babe, it's a good night. When we wake up still on the bedside. Da 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 da. Pillows talk so symphony. Souls connect so physically. Yeah. Da 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 da. Cones will shine like laser beams. Wanna feel your energy. Yeah. I'm hearing you songs. Your voice leading the choir to sing. If you don't mind me asking to be heard, my heart beats with yours, so you can take me on. I'm falling deep, it won't take long. So breathe the energy with a bit of Hennessy. We want skies and autumn leaves. Take all the chances that we need. I've been driving too long, get out of. Butterfly, yeah, I like that. Sleep all day, just a cat nap. Buttercup and a Hershey. Camel-like, always thirsty. Will I ever grow to the guy that I think of? I'ma get this slow as the sky that I dream of. Gotta do, don't say. I'ma get it in when I start today. Yeah. William Foe, would you like that? I'll be gold, I'll be right back. Yeah. Daddy's soul wants a flight back, but a price be the ice pack. Will I ever grow to the guy that I think of? I'ma get this slow as the sky that I dream of. Yeah, I'ma make.
The next day for breakfast, I decided to make a pear split. It's like a banana split, but just with pears. I cut up this huge pear, I covered it with some maple syrup and cinnamon, and charred it in a pan a little.
Things aren't as they seem. It all looks fine from a glass screen when the wall crashes down.
I added a bunch of coconut yogurt, peanut butter, almond flakes, and frozen berries. It turned out so good. Oh my god, epic breakfast.
Just so we get a little affection, we seek all of this outside validation. Do you need it that bad?
For lunch, I made some broccoli and carrots in the oven, along with some vegan quote-unquote meatballs from IKEA. I did smoked paprika, salt, pepper, turmeric powder, and some olive oil, and then put them in the oven at 180 Celsius degrees for 20 minutes.
Do you need it that bad? Cause if I'm being honest, there's some things I gotta say. A lot of disappointments that I can't get off my brain. I hide the fact that I trip and fall and get in my own way, but we ain't flawless, to be honest.
Cheers to you guys. Merry Christmas! The IKEA bowls were ready earlier, so I removed them earlier. I chopped up some pickled cucumber, added them to the bowl, along with some vegan mayo, mustard, sauerkraut, and the bulgur I made on the stove. So yeah, that was lunch.
I hate the way we aim for this attention.
Yum.
When really we all need an intervention. A mirror will not show your true reflection. It's right we're so sad.
By the time I got hungry in the evening, I didn't have a lot of motivation to cook. So that is when I love to put together a Buddha bowl or a salad, something like that. So I made some chickpeas on the stove with salt, pepper, curry, and turmeric powder, cut up a bunch of spinach leaves, cucumber, tomatoes, pepper, and added them to a bowl, along with the chickpeas, some diced red onion, quinoa, and sun-dried tomatoes. I made a quick dressing from mustard, extra virgin olive oil, salt, and pepper, and added them to the bowl as well. And of course, cannot forget the sprouts and the sauerkraut. It was so nourishing, easy, and quick. It was a hell yes dinner. Well, actually, a hell yes day in general.
Cause if I'm being honest, there's some things I gotta say. A lot of disappointments that I can't get off my brain. I hide the fact that tripping, falling.
Let's see, what is our message today? It is not talking of love, but living in love. That is so excited! Yay!
Yeah, running, got me gunning. Old school cat, got me stunning. Funny how the rest gon' come in. Funny how you back for the loving. I got one too many tricks up my sleeve. I must leave, overdose on empathy. My pops and me, more screenshots of me. The streets are free, go ahead and take from me. Feeling right, out of line. Gotta hit my boy Ricky for the whip of time. Proud of driven, but it's nothing like the time to grind. Take the time, tripping over space and time. My mind in line, speaking like a god of time. My modest mind, speaking from the heart of kind. A way to find another way to pass the time. I made my mind a station's kind of race. Yeah, running, got me gunning. Old school cat, got me stunning. Funny how the rest gon' come in. Funny how you back for the loving.
The next morning, I was in the mood for some oatmeal. I used to not like oatmeal because they are quite bland themselves, so that's why I love to add some delicious flavors. I usually use ground ginger, pepper, turmeric powder, and cinnamon. To make it extra creamy, I cook it with oat milk. If you want it a bit sweeter, just add half a ripe banana. I added frozen berries and some chia seeds for some extra omega-3 source and served it with a bunch of yummy toppings. I added apples, lots of peanut butter, coconut shed for that calcium source, a bunch of nuts, dried cranberries, and some more frozen berries because, well, why not?
Yeah, running, got me gunning. Old school cat, got me stunning. Funny how the rest gon' come in. Funny how you back for the loving. I got one too many tricks up my sleeve. I mustn't leave.
Later on, I had my matcha with some oatmeal.
Feel for me, running, got me gunning. Old school cat, got me stunning. Funny how the rest gon' come in. Funny how you back for the loving. I got one too many tricks up my sleeve.
I was really craving some pasta that day, so I made a creamy mushroom pasta for lunch and basically dinner because I ate leftovers later on. I cut up a whole bunch of mushrooms and added them to a pan along with a lot of leftover veggies from the pizza night. I diced some onions, added that to the pan, salted them, peppered them, soy sauce them, and added nutritional yeast for a cheesy note. Once I drained the pasta, I poured a can of coconut milk on them, added the veggie mix and combined them with smoked paprika and garlic powder. Okay, this was my absolute favorite meal that whole week. I could literally eat this every single day. It's so freaking good. I also went for a little stroll in the city to have a hot chocolate and get some nice Christmas vibes.
When you're feeling down, feeling low.
And later I was not really hungry, so I just made a chia bowl for dinner. I usually have some meal prep chia pudding in the fridge so I can just have it as a snack, breakfast, or whenever I need it. I added peanut butter, frozen berries, almond yogurt, this beautiful mango, some granola, and had some work done.
Wanna see you cry, girl, you need to know. 'Cause life means sometimes that we fight. At least we're sitting.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. By the time it's out, it's Christmas, so happy holidays, everyone. I hope you're having an amazing time. Love yourself before you love anyone else. I am sending you guys so much love and sunshine, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye! Bye!
When you're feeling like giving up, when you're running low on love, I'll be the shoulder that you're leaning on. And when it feels different and things are missing and you're on your worst day, I don't want it anymore.